Alright, so this is the version before final improvements. We've got a clock here. Activates the dispenser, which is fed by this barrel. And shortly after that, these observers activate the piston. Then the kelp gets hoppered into this chest, just to store for in case it gets backed up, because this smoker is going to be slow. That goes down into the top of the smoker, which then puts it into this auto crafter. When the auto crafter is full, it'll activate it using this epic thing. And then it tries to hopper that into a chest, which only works when this is backed up, because this takes priority. Puts it into a double dropper thing that vertically puts it up into a hopper, which puts it back into the smoker. And the double dropper thing is powered by the clock. So the new one is the same height and width as the old one, but it is 4 this way instead of 6. First thing I did was, instead of having this weird L-shape thing, which I was kind of basing on kelp farms on YouTube, also kind of not, because this, I like extended the water past what you saw before to try and have it on the same level as the chest. I replaced that with this like 2x3, which just seems to work better and gets rid of my issue of kelp getting stuck at the top. And now that means I don't need this block here stopping the water flow there. And I also didn't need to waterlog the piston, so now I don't need this glass block behind the piston. So the second improvement was getting rid of this checking if the crafter is full stuff. And instead I just put an observer above it, 2 observers facing each other, and one of them gets pistoned into position when the farm's turned on. I noticed just recording a video for you that this chest gets fed before the system's backed up on this one. I think that's because this clock is... I'm not entirely sure. The thing is, this shouldn't be getting hard powered, so I don't know why this... Like, it seems like this hopper would have to get activated. But the thing is, it's like a rare thing. It just happened there when the farm got turned on. And otherwise it generally doesn't happen, like the smoker's getting filled. It doesn't really break the farm, I'm pretty sure, so I might just say whatever. Sometimes some shit gets through, but yeah. So I kind of touched on this already, but I changed the clock, and that's like the majority of things that are different, I guess. So it's now activated by this lever, which powers the block to activate, you know, this clock for the crafter, but it also powers this piston, which puts a rail into place, which is a nice idea I had for observer clocks, because I was getting double pulsing issues on my moss farm, and I was getting that here too, but now with a rail I don't get that issue, and then it kind of goes around, and instead of an observer here I have dust on a block so that it powers the 2 droppers, similar to what I had over here. And then also the rail gets observed from the top to power the dropper and piston. Your